Hey, what's going on YouTube? So in this video, we're actually going to talk about a few zombie types that I think would be really cool and would improve the game. And, this is purely based on the fact that they might do a Nazi zombie standalone game, sometime in the future. We might see something like that, we might not, but hoping that we will. Uh, a few things that I really wish they would have done with Blops 1 and 2 is kept it in World War II. Because obviously World War II is a lot cooler than the Vietnam era and, of course, the futuristic era. It doesn't really make any sense. And so, a few zombie types that probably would have fit in the storyline very well as far as just the lore is flamethrower zombies. And basically, if you guys remember Shangri-La, that map had these napalm zombies, which were very explosive, which I thought was quite retarded. It kind of stepped outside of the box there for a second, and it really just didn't make any sense, to be absolutely honest. And so, something that I thought would have been cool to have that explosive type zombie still in the game is having a flamethrower type zombie. He's not using his flamethrower or anything like that. It's just he's simply got the backpack and, the nozzle and everything's dragging on the ground. And if you shoot his gas tanks, it'll, of course, blow up. So, that might happen. Or if you're using a high powered rifle like a 50 cal, the bullet will go right through his body and into the gas tanks, and he will explode. Same goes for like a rocket launcher, a grenade, or the ray gun or something explosive. It would probably blow him up as well. Also, some sort of bandolier zombie. It's basically the same thing, but I imagine the flamethrower zombie would walk around incredibly slow and would actually be a circle strategy breaker. I imagine this guy could have some sort of. He just kind of walks around and tries to get in your way without actually following you. So you might accidentally shoot him and kill yourself, which would be pretty funny. Of course, he would also kill zombies around him. Or at least catch them on fire, because that's probably more than likely what would happen rather than them getting blown up. But then there's a bandolier zombie. I think that this guy should be just like all the other zombies, completely retarded, and chasing after a person who's going to run around in circles. The only difference is I think this guy should be um, maybe slightly faster than the rest of the zombies, but not faster than the player. So this zombie will eventually get into the front of the group, and you can shoot him and kill him without him exploding, but because he's got a bandolier and he's got grenades on him and that sort of thing, I think if you shoot him, he would explode and probably kill you. And because he might have 5 or 6 grenades, that might make it a little bit more lethal. And it might even be cool to have some of those zombies with no grenades at all, or 3. And depending on how many grenades it has, that that shows, or I guess negates how big the blast radius is. So, you have to be cautious as to what zombies you're shooting at that point. I think it would make it a little bit harder and also a little bit more fun. So, the next zombie, and I'm trying to stay, pretty close to the lore. This one's pretty self-explanatory. I think that there should be a zombie that is of high rank, high SS rank or something similar, and he is just not indestructible, but he's incredibly hard to kill. And when you do kill him, there's a 50-50 chance that you might get something good or bad. but there's a 25% chance out of 100 that you'll get something on the good side or something on the bad side. So first and foremost, the first thing is everybody could get 5,000 points. Everybody gets one pack-a-punched weapon, or everybody gets a max ammo, or maybe in one entire round you go with double points. So something like that. But on the other end, I think it would be cool to have, if you land on something bad because it's all random, one of the things you could get is like one entire round without making any points whatsoever. Another one is your ammo capacity within your clip is actually cut down in half. So if you have a 30 round magazine, it'll be cut down to 15 for that round. Maybe you lose points or something like that. Maybe it takes a weapon or something. Maybe not something stupid like that, because that usually is a little ridiculous. Maybe something like an anti carpenter where all the boards and everything get taken off. Something similar to that. I think that would be really cool. But that's basically it. I mean, that's all I can think of so far, and that to me is really close to the lore. It's not too far outlandish like a space suit zombie and the napalm zombie, and then the screamer zombie, and then George A. Romero. It's just it's straight to the point, and within the lore we've got the flamethrower zombies. Of course, there would have been soldiers who died with a flamethrower on their back. There would have been bandolier zombies. There would have been ammo carrier zombies. And maybe the whole thing with an ammo carrier is if you shoot some sort of explosive round at them, like a RPG or a grenade launcher, it'll set off all of the bullets because obviously he's carrying ammo. See, and that's just more attention to detail, but obviously, I mean, we're working with Call of Duty here. It's not something that, Treyarch or even Infinity Ward, even if they had both companies working on zombies alone, it's not something they would do, simply because they're either lazy or they can't. And I don't know why they couldn't, but I don't know. That's how I would have changed a lot of things, but if they do come out with the Nazi zombie standalone game, it's got to be in World War II, and some of these things need to come out. I would have also liked to see zombies that spawned without their heads or were blown in half, and so that, that kind of keeps things fresh, and then have some zombies walk slower even on round 30. That would, once again, uh, make the circle strategy a little bit harder. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, but I gotta run, so I will talk to you guys later.